One sunny morning in a nearby village, an angry voice suddenly echoed from a nearby house, catching the attention of Gautam Buddha and his young disciple as they walked past. Curious about the noise, Buddha asked one of his disciples to investigate further. Approaching the house, the disciple saw a woman angrily gesturing at her distressed daughter-in-law. Although the disciple couldn't make out the details from a distance, the atmosphere was intense. As the disciple moved closer, the argument became clearer. The woman was accusing her daughter-in-law of accidentally dyeing her clothes when washing, and in a burst of anger, she threw the clothes towards the younger woman. Returning to Buddha, the disciple explained that the woman was upset because her daughter-in-law had mistakenly dyed her clothes. She showered the younger woman with verbal abuse, accusing her of laziness and carelessness. Buddha said calmly, "An angry mind leads to suffering. The woman is sowing the seeds of bitterness and hatred with her words. These seeds will grow and she will have to bear the fruits in due time." He walked on quietly with his disciples. After some time, they came across another house where a woman was joyfully teaching her children, laughing and playing with them. The home was filled with warmth and laughter. Buddha stopped again and remarked, "A joyful mind leads to joy." He observed, "This woman is sowing the seeds of laughter and her home is filled with happiness. It's good energy," he added with a gentle smile, foreseeing the woman's future. "She will reap the fruits of this joy." Gautam Buddha turned to his disciples and shared a timeless truth. The mind, dear ones, is akin to a fertile garden. It can grow flowers and fruits or thorns and weeds. Every thought, word and action sows seeds within it. Just as a gardener tends to their plants, we must care for our minds and actions. The seeds we plant today in the garden of our mind determine the fruit we will reap tomorrow. Sow seeds of anger and hatred, and suffering will follow. Sow seeds of love and joy, and happiness will flourish. Be mindful of the seeds you plant in your mind. The disciples bowed and thanked Buddha for the profound wisdom. They understood the profound truth behind the mantra, "You will get what you think." Years passed. While passing through the same village with Buddha, the disciples encountered an elderly woman, her face etched with bitterness and sorrow. One of the disciples recognized her as the mother-in-law who had scolded her daughter-in-law years before. She must be facing the consequences of her past actions, carrying the weight of remorse from the seeds of anger she once sowed. Buddha responded, "Anger breeds anger, hate breeds more hate." She has nurtured and watered the negative seeds planted in her mind over the years. As I mentioned that day, she is simply reaping the fruits now. As they walked on, they came across another woman whose face was radiant and glowing with joy. Her laughter echoed through the surroundings as she engaged with her family, creating an atmosphere brimming with happiness and warmth. The same disciple recognized her too. "Master, if I remember correctly, this was the woman singing joyfully and playing with her children when we passed by her house years ago. The seeds of joy she planted then have now grown into a garden of happiness around her." Buddha nodded and said, "Very true, my disciple. She chose to nurture positive seeds in her mind, not allowing anger or sorrow to take root. Her mind now harvests the fruit of joy, which she had planted years ago." Buddha turned to his disciples and said, "I am glad you deeply resonated with the teaching of the seeds of the mind. It's a profound truth that transcends time. Our minds and thoughts shape our reality. Choose your thoughts wisely, nurture positive seeds, and weed out anger and resentment promptly. Instead, sow seeds of kindness, forgiveness, and empathy." The disciples bowed with full gratitude for the profound lesson they had learned. They resolved to be mindful of their thoughts from then on, planting seeds of kindness, understanding, and empathy, while swiftly eradicating any traces of anger or resentment. Buddha concluded, "True change begins from within. Be the source of joy if you seek joy. Embody peace if you desire peace. Our inner landscape shapes our outer reality." Over the years, the disciples diligently practiced mindfulness, observing their thoughts and intentions. Day by day, they experienced the transformative power of focusing on their mental habits and nurturing positive thoughts, evolving into empowered individuals resonating with peace and joy. Their hearts brimmed with love and compassion as fear and anxiety dissolved, paving the path for an inner tranquility that permeated every facet of their lives. So, dear friends, I hope this story reminds you that the garden of your mind is in your hands. Nurturing a positive mindset significantly influences experiences and outcomes in life. Water the seeds of positivity daily, allow them to take root, and observe as your life blossoms with the hues of happiness and tranquility. Your thoughts and intentions shape the world around you, and within this sanctuary of the mind, may you find an abundance of beauty, harmony, and love. This is Zenful Wisdom. Thanks for watching. If you like this story, consider subscribing to our channel for more enriching narratives that inspire mindfulness and inner growth.